Aries Alpine coaster, taking a little longer than I thought it would. Set me back a little bit. No big deal. Still got plenty of time. Got over 5 hours left today to spend here. It's a brighter station here than at Six Flags Over Texas. But both trains are backwards here.
Bye-bye.
I have not ridden Mr. Freeze in St. Louis since, I believe, 2019 at the earliest. Maybe 2018. So right next to the entrance of the Abomination is the new coaster, Rookie Racer. New for last year, but I haven't ridden it yet. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. You gotta cross over the train tracks. It's right at the entrance though. Oh, you get 2 laps out of it. That's pretty cool. So this is my 16th and final new credit of this trip, and my 20th new credit of the year. And this actually is a contender for my favorite new credit of the year, but I think Tiger Terror is going to have it beat. Maybe even the Super Cyclone at, where was that? The Super Cyclone at Santa's Village. That might have it beat too. But this is top 3. And it's easily ahead of the Family Boomerang at Holiday World. If you sit in the back, you might get a little pinch of airtime on the drop.
Come on, rookies, I want to see all those hands. Make this final lap count.
Flat out, count turn 1.
You got audio playing throughout the course, not on board, but all around you. And some of those turns have a little force to this. Helix has a lot of force to it. Get a little whip in those turns too, in the back. I say this ride is definitely a winner. Like I said, the Family Boomerang is more of a junior coaster. This actually is above that level. This is more of a family coaster, and it is a very well done family coaster. I think Tiger Terror is a little better because of the jankiness, the airtime, a little more forceful. Now, if you get Flash Pass here at Six Flags St. Louis, get used to very strange ways that they operate Flash Pass. Especially with this being a new ride, I thought they would do it more of your normal way. Either have a Flash Pass lane that goes up to the station or a merge point, but no, they don't do it that way. You come up the exit ramp. I've noticed several rides here. You go up the exit ramp for Flash Pass. That just doesn't seem right. I don't like that. Now, it's one thing to have Flash Pass and to get to cut in line or go up to the station, but when you come in the exit ramp, that just feels so wrong. With Rookie Racer, they at least do group you. So when you have your Flash Pass scan at the exit, they just don't group in the row that you ask for. So you're not actually stealing someone's spot at the last second, which is the main thing that I hate about the idea of having to use Flash Pass at the exit ramp. I do not want to have to steal someone's spot. Like, they think they're about to get on and then I sit down from the exit ramp. I don't like doing it that way. Okay, so I just got my first ride in 3 years on the Abomination. Why do I keep trying? Just no. It is better than it was 3 years ago, but it is still terrible. There are a couple good airtime moments in the second half. Not much airtime at all in the first half, maybe a little tiny bit here or there. And it's got some decent laterals, if you'll enjoy that. But overall, just no. RMC it, retrack it, do something. I still think part of Boss's problem is the trains. Those are terrible trains. I don't know who made those, but they need to go back to PTCs. They need to do the Ghost Rider treatment and get the Millennium Flyers. Get Gravity Group in here, work their magic that they worked on Grizzly. Okay. Ouch. What happened? I was on a non-wheel seat and it beat the crap out of me. Wow. I don't usually complain about wood coasters. I like rough wood coasters. In fact, I said that Wildcat at Hershey Park is not rough, and I stand by that. Wildcat at Hershey Park was never rough. Screamin' Eagle is brutal. All right, American Thunder, that's more like it. That's what a wood coaster is supposed to be. No, it's not riding at its best as far as smoothness goes. It's pretty shaky, but easily tolerable. Although it could be too rough for some people, but not for me. And the airtime delivered. All right, I think I got it. We need the GCI Ghost Rider treatment on the Boss. We need the Gravity Group Grizzly treatment on Screamin' Eagle. And American Thunder, it's fine the way it is. And finally back on an old favorite of mine. I love this ride, especially in the next to last row. Great airtime on the drop, forceful inversions. Love the Sidewinder where you get the head chopper mixed in there. The corkscrews give some good hang time. Forceful helix. And yes, it is janky. Grab the restraints, lean your head forward, no problem. I rode it 3 times in about 20 minutes. I got Mr. Freeze, American Thunder. No, Rookie Racer might be my 3rd favorite in the park. And then it's between this and River King Mine Train. Then probably Boomerang, Pandemonium. Oh yeah, Batman the Ride. Yeah, Batman the Ride's better than this, but not by much. And I just got my first ride on this Batman the Ride since probably 2018. It might have even been before 2018. I might have only ridden this once in my life just to get the credit, like 2016. I don't know, but it is riding phenomenal today. I was racing for the B&M rattle that you usually get on these Batman the Ride clones. It's never really been bad, but it's always there. Not on this one. This is perfectly smooth. I might have a new favorite Batman the Ride. I've always thought that Great America's was the best, but this one is riding even better than that. It was smoother, and it was about as forceful. And I just stumbled upon something. They're doing this unadvertised promotion tonight. If you picked up a wristband from the lady who was giving them away, you get to stay an extra hour. There's a few attractions open, including Mr. Freeze and American Thunder, and the log ride and something else. And I just stumbled upon that. That was incredible. And it's free. They're probably only going to do that on Saturdays, probably just through July, maybe the beginning of August, whenever school starts, maybe. Another thing about Batman the Ride, it is the only ride here where they do flash pass the right way. It puts you in the station. It doesn't have you go through the exit gate and steal a spot away from someone at the last second. We just go into the station. That's the right way to do it. Oh, I forgot how good American Thunder is at night. This unadvertised, free, exclusive ride time was awesome. Gotta give a major shout out to Six Flags St. Louis for doing this for us. Granted, you had to kind of stumble upon it, or you had to somehow know about it. And I just stumbled upon it. I'm so glad I did. Really grateful to Six Flags St. Louis for doing something like this, because they really didn't have to. I started the ERT with 3 rides on American Thunder, then I went over to Mr. Freeze, did 2 in a row, and then went around and did 4 in a row. So after those 6, I ran back over to American Thunder to get 1 final night ride in the back row. So that's 10 rides in 1 hour. And again, unadvertised ERT. Maybe it was advertised online, but I just didn't look around for it. And I barely missed the last ride of the night on American Thunder. Several people got to stay on the train for that final ride, but I didn't. I had to get up and get off because I was in the back row and 2 people were waiting for the back row. That's okay. I got last ride of the night on Voyage last night. So between last ride of the night on Voyage or American Thunder, yeah, I'll take Voyage. And we were very enthusiastic on Voyage last night. Sounded like they were quite enthusiastic for American Thunder too. But I will be back here tomorrow for a few hours. How am I late for an 11 o'clock opening? Yesterday took a lot out of me, that extra hour, but it was so much fun. I want to make a few comparisons and give some compliments to Six Flags St. Louis. One thing is bathrooms. There's more bathrooms here according to the amount of space that you have. It seems like Great America, they space out the bathrooms like really, really far away from each other, and they hide them away. With here, it's a lot easier to see the bathrooms. At Great America, you might walk right by one and not even realize it because they tuck it away.
All right, final stretch. Push, push.
That's one thing I want to compliment them on. Another thing, bins on the platform. This might be the only coaster that has only one bin. And that's because it's a shorter train, it doesn't need multiple bins. But at Great America, pretty much every coaster has one bin per train, even on the really long trains. So you got the people coming off the train that are digging into their bins to get their luggage, and the people coming onto the train are trying to put their luggage into the bins. And it just creates such a bottleneck. There's such a jam up there that it takes forever just for people to get their stuff into the bins and get seated. Around here, there are multiple bins stretching all the way down the train on pretty much all the coasters. You're not going to have to be walking 45 steps to get to the bin to put your stuff away, to put your drink bottle away. For me to put this away takes like 2 seconds, but because of everybody digging in there, trying to get their stuff, trying to get their shoes, because nobody wants to ride with their shoes on, even if their feet are flat on the floor, and they want to put their shoes back on while they're blocking the bins. It just makes the loading process take forever at Great America, and it's so frustrating for somebody like me who only has to put a drink bottle away. That would take 2 seconds if they had bins stretching all the way down the train, all the way down the length of the train, but they don't. They have one bin. There might be 2 or 3 bins, but it's one bin per train. And oftentimes, you have to walk all the way down to the other end of the train to put your stuff away. The only exception there at Great America was Raging Bull. On Raging Bull, you pretty much had something. At least you had cup holders on the outside of the bin, so you didn't have to dig into the bin to put your cup away. Around here, they do it right. Several bins. You don't have to walk too far to put your stuff away, to put your cup away. And yes, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it again. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. 1 minute and 20 seconds of pure torture. Honestly, several sections of it are not that bad, but it still has a whole lot of jackhammering moments in it. There's a few moments in it that do ride pretty good. In fact, I think this section was pretty good, and then when you hit that helix, it starts jackhammering again. Well, what used to be the helix. And that right there, like, well, right before the step up into the final brakes, is actually pretty brutal. It is an airtime moment, but it is not comfortable airtime at all. That is one moment that I would prefer to not get airtime. I don't know, I was feeling good. I had a great night's sleep. I figured, why not give it another try? Don't do it. Do this instead. This ride is so much better. I know I put Big Bear Mountain in my top 100, and I think it deserves to be there. This one isn't going to reach that level, but it is so good. It might be a top 200 coaster. For something that kind of looks like a junior coaster, that is pretty high praise. I rode this 5 times in the first 45 minutes. I don't think it's fair to put the Boss in my bottom 10 coasters of all time, especially since I've now ridden it. I've ridden it almost 10 times in my life. I don't think it's fair to put something in my least favorite 10 coasters of all time when I'm still willing to give it a try. It may be a few years before I give it another try, but it's not like I swear off it forever. Mind Blower, I will not ride again until it's completely fixed. Firebird, I will not ride again. Wild Mouse at Cedar Point, I will not ride again for sure. In fact, if another one of those is made, I will not even ride it to get the credit. I'm talking about with those new restraints. I'm talking about the chest restraints. I don't like the straight across seating as opposed to the curved seating. That's pretty bad. But the chest restraint, the middle of the chest restraints, are just a deal breaker. I will not ride another coaster that has another Zamperla spinning mouse that has that. And of course, Coast Rider, I'll never ride again. Those deserve to be in my bottom 10 coasters of all time. I don't think the Boss deserves that. Screamin Eagle, though, it's going to drop a lot after yesterday's ride. In fact, I'm not going to ride that one again today. Boss, I was willing to ride again, not Screamin Eagle. Another thing I want to compliment Six Flags St. Louis on over Great America is that the soft drink stations are facing outward. It's self-serve. The workers can see whether or not you have the correct cup for the year. Now that does open them up to potential theft if people decide to try to abuse it. I know none of you would do that, but it does open them up to that possibility. However, it adds so much to the guest experience because you don't have to stand in a possible super long line just to get your drink bottle refilled, even just to get water. Because Great America also has a lot of their water fountains turned off, so you have to stand in that super long line just to get water. But here with the self-serve stations, you don't have to have the worker filling your drink for you. And also for me, I like mixing things up. I like to get a little lemonade and then half and half with Diet Coke and Coke. Try to put the lemonade in there to take away the nasty flavor of Coke. Wish they would have Pepsi here, because Pepsi actually tastes good. But anyway, enough of that silly rant. And the water park here at Six Flags St. Louis is now an upcharge for people with day tickets. Got a season pass, that most likely is gonna let you in. But for a day ticket holder, you're gonna have to pay extra if you wanna go to the water park. That's something that used to only be the case at Great America for water parks that were attached. But that has spread to Fiesta, Texas and St. Louis now, only for day ticket holders. Another thing I want to compliment Six Flags St. Louis on is that they have gotten rid of the stupid $1.30 price gouge. The surcharge that they've been doing that was 99 cents, then went up to $1.30. It's gone. They don't have it here. But I don't know, maybe that's something that's gone across to all Six Flags parks and it just took effect this weekend. So that'll do it from Six Flags St. Louis, and that's it from this week-long trip. Actually a 10-day trip, and it was a great one. But it won't be too much longer. In less than 3 weeks, heading out again. I actually stop in here on my way heading out to Kennywood. But this is the first time I've been able to truly spend a decent amount of time at Six Flags St. Louis on a visit since, I believe, 2018. And this was a great visit. I believe this is a highly underrated park. I hear people, almost in a snobby way, talk down about this park, and I don't like that. I'm not gonna participate in that. I think it's a great park. I think it's highly underrated. People who flood Holiday World from St. Louis because they don't want to come here, yeah, you can go wait in those 4-hour lines. I will come to a better park than Holiday World. Holiday World's got 2 rides that are better than anything here, but I have more fun here. And people talk about that Holiday World is cleaner. I've heard that so many times. It's cleaner. Six Flags St. Louis is dirty. It's like, you know, shut up. Six Flags St. Louis is not dirty. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where that comes from. I don't see garbage laying around. What are you talking about? This park is clean. It's well run. Staff are friendly. Everything about it is great. Holiday World is like that too. But to say that Six Flags St. Louis isn't like that, I don't know where you're getting that from. If you love Holiday World, that's great, but you don't have to put down Six Flags St. Louis to prove your point that you love Holiday World. You can love both. What's wrong with that? However, one final thing. I didn't notice this yesterday, but they have removed the trapdoor slides from the water park. So 5 years ago, they removed my favorite slides in the water park. Those body slides, a body slide complex, where it seemed like halfway down you almost picked up some speed. That was my favorite slide there. My second favorite was the trapdoor slides. They got rid of both of those complexes. So that's sad. But the dry park, still love it.